MLBCF.org. The Royals come into play tonight behind Ned Yost, their new manager. Royals at 29 and 39 on the year have Podsednik, Kendall, and David DeJesus 1, 2, and 3 in the order. Billy Butler's on a big-time roll in the cleanup spot. Jose Guillen, Alberto Callaspo, Micah Vilas at second base. Yuniesky Betancourt and Zach Greinke, the AL Cy Young Award winner last year, is on the mound.
And for Chris Medlin, it'll be his 8th start of the year. 4-1, a 3.23 ERA, but as a starter this year, 3-0. He's won 4 straight decisions overall, and he is mighty good at night. Which leads us to our Ford Keys that we will get to after the first pitch.
Which will be coming to Scott Podsednik wearing the high socks tonight at a quick strike.
Here are those Ford Keys to pitching success for Chris Medlin tonight. Night moves. He's 3-0 at night. He's got a good move to first. Here we go.
Line foul and out of play. A little Bob Seger action at the start of the game tonight, huh?
Just thinking about old Bob. I'll bet he wasn't 3-0. I'll bet he was somewhat undefeated.
I would think so, and untied.
Yes.
Good start for Chris. Quickly 0-2 to a fast base runner in Scott Podsednik. And Dan Iasonia calls that inside. Off his thumbs and popped to short. And one man down. Atlanta's defensive lineup tonight: Hinsky, Cabrera, and Hayward from left to right. In the pasture, Glaus, Prado, Escobar, and Chipper from first to third. And Brian McCann back behind the plate for Chris Medlin. Here's Jason Kendall. This guy is an Iron Man, isn't he?
Doesn't like days off. He wants to be in there. You're right.
He started 65 of the first 68 games for Kansas City. And an old-fashioned kind of player, too. I don't think I've ever seen Jason Kendall wear batting gloves.
Not that I can recall. He's been struggling a little bit. His last 10 games, just 4 for 39, but one of those was an RBI hit last night.
Another chance for Unell at short. And 2 are down. Tonight's broadcast on Sports South presented in beautiful high definition by H.H. Gregg. See a lot of fans fanning themselves in the early going tonight. It's only 79 degrees at first pitch, but it's very muggy. And there's all kinds of bad weather all around Metro Atlanta today, but apparently the radar looks good for tonight's game. And that's, yes, knock on wood, good news. Here's David DeJesus.
This Kansas City team playing better baseball under the tutelage of Ned Yost. They have a winning record under him. And it's a looser club according to all involved.
1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, Ned took over for Trey Hillman. And his second go around with the Royals after a stint in Milwaukee with the Brew Crew. 2 balls and a strike to DeJesus, the 8th best hitter in the American League coming into tonight's play.
He'll be a free agent at the end of the year. A lot of people wondering if he will play out the whole season with the Royals or if he might become available at the trading deadline. Good center fielder, hasn't made an error in over 230 games.
On the appeal to third, no swing for DeJesus. 3 balls and 1 strike. They had a pretty good center fielder there a few years ago that left Kansas City. A guy by the name of Carlos Beltran. Fly ball right center field, and that's going to get down and get into the gap. And DeJesus doubles. That's 20 of those on the season, and he's in scoring position with 2 outs in the Royals' first inning.
Good hitter who got a count in his favor and got a 3-1 fastball and didn't miss it at the belt. Chris Medlin, in his work so far this year in his 61 plus innings, only 2 runs allowed in the first inning. That's usually not an issue for him.
Here's Billy Butler. This guy can swing the bat too. He's hitting .338 this year. And it may surprise you that the Kansas City Royals lead the American League in hitting. Not the Yankees, not the Red Sox, not the Angels, but the Royals.
It was kind of funny. They had a series in Cincinnati recently, and it was matched the 2 teams with the highest averages in baseball in their respective leagues. And Kansas City went in and took 2 out of 3 from the Reds. Middle of the pack in a lot of other categories other than average, but almost 5 runs a game. Not too bad for a ball club that's not loaded down with a lot of power. They've got to manufacture some.
There's a belt high strike. 2 balls and a strike the count. I know they've remodeled Kauffman Stadium. When you played there, was that a tough place to homer?
Yeah, it was. It was very much a pitcher's ballpark in that regard. In those days it had turf, so it was a good place to hit and run. Put the ball on the ground and run.
This guy's thinking about getting the ball in the air like he did last night. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Royals' first baseman, Billy Butler.
His home run last night really surprised me. Didn't look like he got all of it.
And he won't get all of this one either. A little dribbler back to the mound. And that will retire the side. Medlin's out of the first inning with little trouble. Zach Greinke, the AL Cy Young Award winner last year, faces the Braves for the first time in his career when we come back.
The Braves Alumni Weekend is coming up June 25th through 27th at Turner Field when the Braves take on the Detroit Tigers. Get your game tickets now to meet Braves legends from the past 40 years of Braves baseball in Atlanta. Don't miss the Braves Alumni Induction on Friday, June 25th and the Celebrity Softball Game on Saturday, June 26th. Plus, reserve your tickets for the Braves Diamond Gala on June 27th. Visit Braves.com/Alumni Weekend.
On this week's Sunday Braves, the bats are breaking loose for Troy Glaus and the Braves as they take on the Royals in Game 3. Braves, Royals, tomorrow at 1 on Fox Sports South. Brought to you in part by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
There was a collision along the boards.
There was so much blood. Immediately the referees blew the whistle and the game was stopped right then and there. Have that game go down as a tie is something that all of us always think about.
Gatorade is reuniting the original players from those 2 1999 teams to finish what they started and settle the score for good.
Go to FoxSportsSouth.com right now and send your Braves to the 2010 All-Star Game. Hayward, Prado, McCann, Glaus, and Chipper Jones all need your help. Vote early, vote often, but do it before midnight on July 1st. Right now on FoxSportsSouth.com.
Your Braves are online on FoxSportsSouth.com.
Braves come up in the bottom of the first inning, going for their 4th consecutive win tonight. And here's how Bobby lines them up for Game 2 of the series. Hits leader Martin Prado starts things off. Hayward, Chipper, 2nd and 3rd. Brian McCann, Troy Glaus, Eric Hinsky, the middle of the attack. Yunel Escobar and a red-hot Melky Cabrera hits 8th in front of pitcher Chris Medlin.
Zach Greinke's 26 years old, 6'2", 190 pounds, out of Orlando. He's in his 6th year in the big leagues. A former first-round pick back in 2002, but certainly not the numbers he had last year. Having gone 2-8 so far, even though his ERA is under 4. His interleague action's pretty good. His last 15 interleague games, very good. 8-2 record.
There's a shot to right by Prado. He is something. His 99th hit of this season. And he's aboard to lead off the game for the Braves.
There are guys that would beg for 99 hits in a season, let alone in June 19th. So a nice greeting for Mr. Greinke.
Who will immediately go to the stretch and face Jason Hayward. And Jason takes a little low, ball 1.
Ford keys for Zach Greinke. Why change? Why go to a bunch of different pitches if you didn't really need them? And feel familiar? Well, his last start should have. He went the distance against the Reds, a complete game, 5-hitter, no walks, 12 strikeouts.
Prado runs, bouncing ball to short. Betancourt has only one play, and that's to first. So sending the runner with Hayward up keeps the Braves out of a double play, and it gives Chipper an RBI chance with 1 out.
Bobby Cox knows how tough Greinke can be, especially after that start in Cincinnati. So he's going to try to get on the board first, put a run on by using the hit and run, and a good job by Hayward just to protect Prado.
So Chipper bats with a man at second. Shot to left field, base hit. Podsednik comes up ready to throw. The throw to the plate is not in time. Kendall tried to deke Prado and it didn't work.
Nifty piece of hitting here by Chipper. Looked like a changeup down and away, and he just serves it to left. Scott Podsednik does not have a good throwing arm. Brian Snitker knows that. Wave Prado all the way, and you can see the statue-like stance of Kendall trying to make Martin think there was not going to be a throw. A good point that he slid.
And good base running by Chipper. He ends up at second base on that throw to the plate. And that gives Brian McCann a chance to add to an early lead against Greinke. That's foul left side over the Royals dugout. Quickly 0-2.
Chipper's had a good homestand. 5 for 11. A homer and 4 RBIs.
One ball, 2 strikes. Well, the Braves have done something to Greinke that the Reds couldn't do last time out. They've touched him up for a run. In the early going, and a rocket shot pulled foul. And out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball boy misplayed that one in the corner.
Tough hop.
Bad hop down there.
Sun got in his eyes a little bit.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. During Greinke's run to the Cy Young Award last year, he had an Ubaldo Jimenez-like start. He started the year 8-1 with an ERA of .84.
Wow.
And no homers allowed in his first 10 outings. finished 16-8 in 33 starts.
Anytime you have a sub 3 ERA, you're in the twos, you're dealing.
And especially in the league that has the other hitter in the lineup, man, that's unbelievable work. And so to your point, why mess with success? That struck me as very odd.
Yeah, I didn't get it either, unless you're just trying to outthink yourself somehow or not giving yourself and your stuff enough credit. I think the hitters would let you know if you need to make adjustments. Until that time, stay with what works.
That's outside, and Chipper moves up.
I don't know if that'll be a wild pitch or not. In fact, it is a pass ball. Kendall, in his effort to try to frame the pitch and maybe steal a strike, forgot the most important part.
Infield creeps in with 1 out, and McCann forces a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
His out pitch most definitely is his slider. I mean, it is very hard. It breaks more on a downward plane than it does on a angle. And you get a lot of swings and misses, and you get a lot of balls topped right at home plate.
Towards second. And no advance by Chipper Jones, as Ned Yost may have saved a run playing the infield in. 2 outs for Troy Glaus.
He did that yesterday a couple of times early in the ball game. Even though his team's been playing better, he wasn't willing to give up an extra run in an inning. Save one where he could.
Well, Ned's a smart fella. He knows how well the Braves have been playing in this ballpark. They've won 12 of their last 13 home games. Don't want to fall behind too much to this club in this park right now. Here's Troy Glaus, tied for the league lead in RBIs with 53 of them. And a slow roller. Betancourt at short. Bad throw, and a run is in. It's 2-0. An error on the shortstop leads to that big second run.
Just out of the reach of Greinke. He dives for it, pulls his arm back, thinking even if he gloves it, then he's not going to be able to throw him out. Well, guess what? Neither could Betancourt. A relatively routine play there after he gloved it, but he just was off the mark. Way off the mark.
So his 8th error of the year plates Chipper Jones, and Atlanta's jumped on Greinke for 2 in the first.
Good hustle by Troy, too. I mean, he knew that he had a possible chance at a swinging bunt base hit there, and he was hustling his heart out down the line. Head down, chugging. And then he wasn't quite sure maybe if he had hit first base or if they thought he might have rounded it a little bit, so he had to hustle back to first base.
We call him the G train. And Eric Hinsky is down on strikes.
Troy Bill.
Yeah, right. 2-0 Atlanta. Good start against the AL Cy Young Award winner Zach Greinke of the Royals.
Not all roads are paved. Not all toys are small. And not all trucks come with 390 horsepower Hemi V8s that get 20 miles per gallon. Then again, not all trucks are Ram. Ram 1500, the most awarded Ram truck ever.
Now with 0% financing, get up to $6,600 in total savings on Ram 1500 SLT Crew Cab. Tomorrow, the Braves take on the Royals. And while you're watching the game, follow along at FoxSportsSouth.com. Join Fred Hickman and Brian Jordan online. Ask questions, post comments, and debate with the experts. Tomorrow during the game on FoxSportsSouth.com. Wednesday, 3 sharpshooters line up. Angel and Izzy Ann look to carry the dream as they encounter the steady shot of Amber Holt and the Tulsa Shock. Dream, Shock. Wednesday at 12 on Sports South. Plus tickets are available now. Go to AtlantaDream.net. Get the latest info on the hottest topics right now on FoxSportsSouth.com. Everybody's talking about SEC football. We grade the quarterbacks of the toughest conference in the nation. See how your favorite QB stacks up against the rest. And find out why our experts think the SEC will be bringing home another national title.
That's what we want.
Plus, your Braves are in a heated battle for the top spot in the NL East.
What a game!
Stay updated with stats, interviews, and analysis. All that and more online right now at FoxSportsSouth.com. Go to FoxSportsSouth.com right now and send these Braves to the All-Star Game.
The Atlanta Braves on Sports South are brought to you in part by Sony Pictures The Grown-Ups, by AT&T Ubers, by McDonald's, and by Georgia Power. Well, another great start for the Braves. 2 first-inning runs has them in front of Zach Greinke. Now Chris Medlin will go to work, and he'll face Guillen, Callaspo, and Aviles for the Royals. Guillen's got a heck of a hit streak going. He's up to 13 games in a row with at least 1 hit.
He's always hit, no matter where he played or for whom. Had a good month of June, hitting .366.
But Medlin with that changeup just continues to mesmerize opposing hitters, and he has his first strikeout in tonight's game.
Changeup that he put in a perfect place, just right at the back point of home plate, and got him to chase it.
Here's Alberto Callaspo. He's hitting .272. He played some second base last year, but the Royals said to me last night that they were concerned about his range at second. He's been a lot better at third for them.
And he's got a good arm. So couple the lack of range, you don't need a whole lot at third base when they're hitting shots at you. Just reactions, and a good arm, and the fact that Aviles has good range at second base, and it's made him a better defensive infield.
Strike 1 called by Dan Iasonia. Lined over short, and it's a 1-out single for Callaspo. And he's aboard in the Kansas City second inning. Fans, you're cordially invited to the 2010 Braves Diamond Gala Sunday, June 27th at the Lowe's Hotel. It benefits the Braves Foundation. The Diamond Gala is a star-studded night of casino games, entertainment, silent and live auctions alongside Braves players, coaches, and alumni. For tickets or more information, visit braves.com/gala. Here's Aviles. Another Royal hitter with an average over 300.
And a guy who is less than a year removed from Tommy John surgery.
He had that surgery June 8th of last year.
Oh, is it June? I thought it was July, so he is a year past.
Just barely a year. 7th round pick by Kansas City. How about his setup at the plate?
Yeah, way up in the front of the box too. Maybe trying to get that changeup early. Played at a Division II school, a small college, but even in college was known for his defense. Open stance.
Moved up in the box, but he'll have a seat. Didn't get the changeup. Second strikeout for Medlin in the game.
What makes that changeup so effective, I mean, other than the fact that there's great deception in his delivery, is that it always looks like a strike. Just like it did to Guillen and here to Aviles, it looks like it's going to be a knee-high strike, but just from lack of speed, it drops below the end of your bat, drops back there on the back point of the plate. So the deception is it looks like a strike when he's ready, when he's delivering it.
And right now, this pitch by Medlin is so good. I made the question to you before the game. Could he tell the hitters it's coming and they'd still have trouble?
In some cases, you bet, because it's hard to stay back.
And then he starts with a fastball or a little slider over the outside corner and goes back to work. I mean, it's really been fun to watch this kid.
He knows that it's most effective when he's ahead in the count. So that's why he likes to throw strike one.
Little tapper to short. And the inning is over. No runs, a hit, a man left. To the bottom of the second go the Braves, leading by 2.
You know we'll always have each other. We've got a friendship like no other. You're the best friend that a best friend could be.
There are some things in life you can always count on, like intuitive, reliable laptops from Toshiba, the laptop expert.
The before, the expectation, the B vitamins and carbs to ignite. The during, the collision, the power, the original Gatorade. The after, the gratitude, the protein to recover. Introducing the G-Series from Gatorade, Prime, Perform, Recover.
Introducing Suzuki's free gas for summer event. Suzukis are built for fun, and they get great gas mileage. So how can Suzuki fuel your fun even more? We can give you free gas for the whole summer. Right now, buy any Suzuki, including the amazing all-new Kizashi Sport Sedan, and Suzuki will give you free gas all summer long. For the free gas for summer event, visit your local Suzuki dealer today. Come in now and also get up to $2,000 customer cash on select models.
When he's not pacing the sidelines in search of another national title, find out who Les Miles is at home.
I work to be the best.
At home with Les Miles, tonight after the game on Sports South. Plus, an exclusive sneak peek is online right now at foxsportssouth.com.
Good start for the Braves, 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Yunel Escobar, Melky Cabrera, Chris Medlin to face Zach Greinke, who's the subject of our Geico quote of the day.
From their former GM, Allard Baird, who said that little smirk of his, don't let it fool you. When he's competing in baseball or anything else, it's pretty simple. He's out there to beat you. Does he love to pitch? I think he likes to pitch, but he loves to compete.
Here's Escobar. He jumps at the first pitch. And Guillen's got it. 1 out. Here's Melky. He's had a good homestand and quite a month. First 5-6 weeks of the season, I think a lot of folks are saying, why did the Braves get this guy?
Yeah, where's the guy that played for the Yankees?
Well, the last 31 days on the calendar. All Cabrera's done is hit .337. One ball, one strike.
And especially left-handed, he's been swinging the bat great.
Greinke fields his position very well. And there's the second out.
Last year he pitched 229 innings and struck out 242 batters, only walked 51. Felix Hernandez was second in the Cy Young voting in the American League.
Here's Chris Medlin hitting .286.
That last fastball is 93. He can actually throw harder than that. He can get over 95 at times with his fastball. One thing that he's done to help with his mechanics too, that led to that good start against Cincinnati, was a slight adjustment with his hands. He was having a little trouble getting on top of his slider, and he and Bob McClure, their pitching coach, worked on it, where you might see him as he's going into his windup, he'll bring his hands up just a little bit higher as almost a reminder to stay on top of that pitch there.
And by staying on top, that does what?
Just helps create a better angle. I mean, better release point on his slider that helps the tilt on it instead of being under it, pushing it, that causes it just to spin and be flat.
And strike three is tipped into the glove of Kendall, and that'll do it for the Braves in the second. 2-0 our score.
There's a crossover coaxial. I don't know what it does. It's a tube amp. Do you realize how rare these things are? There's real gas in these tubes.
There are excuses for spending money on luxury. And then there are reasons. Test drive any 5-star crash safety rated Acura at the Driven by Reason sales event.
Take advantage of attractive offers on the 2010 Acura TSX for well-qualified customers.
Come in now for Chili's new handmade burgers with fries starting at just $5.99. Like the Rojo Burger with smoky hickory sauce, the new Avocado Burger, or the Ultimate Stacked. The perfect burger with fries starting at just $5.99. Right now, only at Chili's.
As a business owner, you need to choose the financial direction that's best for you. To find a clear path to growth and success. At BB&T, we support businesses of all sizes with personal service and advice, sharing the sound financial knowledge we've gained over more than 135 years, so you can move ahead with confidence. Talk to us today about your business goals and know how it feels to know more. BB&T, winner of 20 of 20 National Awards for Banking Excellence.
Your Braves Online, FoxSportsSouth.com.
The Atlanta Braves on Sports South are brought to you in part by Academy Sports and Outdoors, by Airtran Airways, and by Verizon. Royals coming up for their third inning turn against Chris Medlin tonight. And while he continues to warm up, let's take a peek at our AT&T U-verse trivia question this evening. Who are the only two players in Royals history with 35 or more homers in a year? I mean, you immediately think George Brett.
No, don't think so. I mean, that's who you think of, but I don't think so.
He's a great hitter, right?
Yeah. Steve Balboni.
Oh, very good. How about Joe Simpson?
No, I was a little short that year.
Well, let's see. How short?
Boy, 34-5, somewhere in that range.
Here's Greinke. And Medlin starts him with a strike. How about Bob Hamlin?
That's a good call.
To Greinke.
Bo Jackson, I don't think he hit that many.
I mean, that looks like a 35 homer hitting swing right there, or at least stance.
Looking and doing. Two different things.
Swing and a miss. One man down. Chris has his third strikeout in tonight's game. That's a classic looking uniform. I love the Royals powder blues.
I think somebody needs to break them out. I know the Royals have a powder blue top they wear occasionally. But in those days, goodness, a lot of teams wore powder blue, even if blue wasn't even part of their real color scheme, like the Cardinals, the Phillies.
Here's Podsednik. And Scott takes strike one. I know a lot has been made of this long run of frustration for the Royals and their fans. They haven't had a winning year in a long time. But I know in our years together you've talked with a lot of pride that you were a Royal. One time this was such an elite organization in baseball. As an outsider looking in, do you like the track they're on?
Oh, I think so. Just talking to Ned Yost today, and talking to Dayton Moore, especially to Dayton, as long as he's been there and trying to build this thing back up from the ground up. They're very proud of how close they are to seeing the fruits of their labor. They can just hang in there another year or so and get some of this crop of what's already a lot of all-stars to the big leagues. They should be in good shape.
2 strikeouts in a row for Medlin, 4 in total in the game. I mean, it's been a great week for Kansas City. You mentioned going to Cincinnati and winning 2 out of 3. They're going to have the All-Star game coming in a couple of years to newly remodeled Kauffman Stadium. And talking with Dean Taylor, they've got a lot of kids that are on All-Star teams already.
10 on their Double-A team alone. That's pretty impressive on one team. Got some good pitchers in both Double-A and Triple-A. And as I asked Dayton Moore, I said, I guess the hard part is just fighting the urge to call and say, okay, give us so-and-so. Bring so-and-so up now. Okay. And he said, not only for me, but, you know, our fans, our owners, everybody. It's like, we know you guys are doing great work developing these players. Can we see one? You know, can we open a present now?
Yeah, they talk a lot about the process. As that ball spanked towards second, Kendall will be retired, and the process for Medlin has been getting ahead in the count, getting lots of strikeouts. He's looking good again tonight and leads by a pair.
We're for better living through power tools. For powering through our to-do list in record time. We're for higher RPMs at lower prices. We're for lights and lasers and one battery powering 40 tools. We're for the kind of tools that turn more saving into more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get an incredible price on a Ryobi 18-volt starter kit with drill and circular saw, just $89.
2-0 out of the bullpen, making his first start.
This summer,
on this week's Sunday Braves, the bats are breaking loose for Troy Glaus and the Braves as they take on the Royals in Game 3. Braves, Royals, tomorrow at 1 on Fox Sports South. Brought to you in part by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Top of the order for the Braves in the bottom of the 3rd inning, leading by a 2-0 score. And tonight's broadcast on Sports South, as always, is presented in beautiful high definition by H.H. Gregg. Another lovely night here at Turner Field. And one more game left on this homestand. It'll be the Braves and the Royals tomorrow afternoon. And it's been a good homestand. Braves took 2 out of 3 from Tampa Bay, off to a good start in this one. Good for her.
Yeah. She knows how to wait till things are just right.
She doesn't look 90 either, does she?
No.
Wow, here's Prado looking for hit number 100.
Got her hair done for the occasion. Got her Braves cap on. She is set.
This could be a profitable night for the Braves. Mets have already lost. Phillies are in a wild game at home with the Twins today. That one's 10-10 in the 11th. We'll let you know how that one finishes up at Citizens Bank Park.
Boy, Phil Hughes 10-1 for the Yankees.
Martin took a shot at right, and he's out number 1 in the Atlanta third. Let's take a look at our Academy Sports and Outdoors leaderboard. Braves have done great work of late, and frankly all year long here at home.
The team that surprises me there when I looked at this was the Detroit Tigers. I didn't realize they were playing that well at home. And Atlanta will see the Tigers here at Turner Field after a short 3-day trip to see the White Sox beginning of next week.
The White Sox all of a sudden are playing really good baseball. They won again today. They're only a game under 500, and they're in the thick of the Central race in the American League. As Jason Hayward bats, the Braves had a hit and run play on with Jason up in the first inning, and sending the runner earned the Braves a run instead of a double play. It was that man who scored the first one of the night. Line down the left field line. That's got some carry to it, and it's just foul. And look at Hayward on a foul ball sprinting into second base.
Just so good to see him hit the ball with some authority the other way. Something he did a lot in April and not so much lately. Stepped into that one. No thoughts of trying to pull the ball and just missed keeping it fair.
Nice catch by a fan down the left field line as Hayward stays alive at 2-2.
Good crowd here tonight. Braves have had around 28 to 30,000 on just about every game of this homestand so far. At least that many here tonight.
There's always room on the bandwagon. As Jason now a full count pitch. Aviles at second, another chance. And 2 are out for Chipper.
Greinke's had some rough seasons after being the first round pick by the Royals back in 2002. He was the 6th pick overall in the draft, but his second, or really his first full year in the big leagues, he made 33 starts for the Royals and went 5-17 with a .580 ERA. That'll toughen you up, thicken your skin just a little bit.
Greinke, too, really an inspirational story. Walked away from baseball for 60 days, left with social anxiety disorder in the 2006 season. Made just 3 relief appearances that year, and since has come back and has been well above 500 until this year. And a called third strike. retires the side in the Atlanta third inning. Third strikeout for Greinke. We head to the fourth. Chipper didn't think so. 2-0, Braves in front.
Is the cost of flying making you cut back in other areas?
Room service.
Is this value meal deluxe?
No. Deluxe needs a special ingredient. Now it's deluxe.
Some places don't add much to value meals, but Wendy's Deluxe Value Meals give you the works, like new Barbecue Bacon Deluxe Value Meals with Applewood smoked bacon and barbecue sauce, with fries and a drink, only $2.99. Treat yourself to a cool, creamy Wendy's Frosty today, just 99 cents.
An available 315 horsepower, 5.3-liter V8. 21 highway NPG. And a heart of chrome. The GMC Sierra Chrome Essentials package. It's the GMC summer event. Get the best of the remaining 2010s and get a Sierra with 0% APR for 72 months or $5,000 cash back.
Fourth inning already here in Atlanta. We invite you to see the Braves and the Gwinnett Braves for one low price with the double play combo pack. Choose any Atlanta Braves home game and get a voucher good for a field box ticket to see the Stars of tomorrow in Gwinnett. To order, visit braves.com/tickets.
That's a good deal there. I keep saying that because it's if you buy that package, then you're motivated to go check out the Gwinnett Braves, the Gwinnett Ball Club. Let's see what they did. They had a doubleheader yesterday. They won a doubleheader day before, and yesterday lost a doubleheader against Syracuse.
And tonight's game's an important one because Jair Jurgens is scheduled to pitch.
Right.
We'll try to get an update on how he fares. That game was to start at 7 o'clock against Syracuse. So we'll see if Dave Laser Baker can find out how JJ's done tonight in that AAA game against the Chiefs. Here's David DeJesus, and it's popped out of play foul. Chris just keeps on keeping on. He struck out 4 men. He's scattered a couple of hits.
44 pitches, 30 strikes.
See if that sets up the outside corner. Two and two. DeJesus out of Rutgers University. And pops it into straightaway center field where Melky Cabrera puts it in his pocket. 1 out.
And a changeup fooled a hitter.
Here's Butler. A tapper back to the mound. We were talking about his at bat last night. The home run that he hit just kept going and going and going last night.
It's because it was so high, it looked like just a pop-up, but it was hardly that. Here it is from last night, and both outfielders, it looked like they thought they had a play on it, like a hanging changeup, and it just stayed in the air forever, and to a deep part of the ballpark too.
That almost got Dan Iasonia behind the plate.
He wasn't sure Brian McCann was going to glove that. He was not trusting Brian, so he was ducking.
Now you're not going to start calling him Duncan Dan, are you?
Oh boy. Watch the umpire. When in doubt.
Yeah. Swinging 3-0, and Butler rolls it foul. 3 balls and a strike. Butler 4th in the AL in multi-hit games, 3rd in hits, and 3rd overall in batting average. The 14th pick in the 2004 draft out of Wolfson High School in Jacksonville, Florida.
See, here's a Florida guy whose first year in professional ball played in Idaho Falls, Idaho, and now it's where he lives.
Fly ball to center.
I know that's pretty country, but he obviously fell in love not only with the town, but maybe what turned out to be his future wife. Maybe she's from there. And I don't know, but looking at Mr. Butler, maybe he's real fond of hash browns. I don't know if that has a connection or not.
That's a subject that's too big for this broadcast. We'll try to find out tomorrow. Here's Guillen. Base is clear and 2 outs. Guillen struck out his first time. Don't know if the Royals will be buyers or sellers at the deadline. I would think this would be a nice piece for a contending club looking for a right-handed bat.
Yeah. If DeJesus is not available, this guy might be. And he can hit.
Just wonder if he's going to scare teams because of his health history. He's been banged up the last couple of years for the Royals.
Yeah, he has, and he's had a relatively short shelf life at just about every stop, too, for various reasons.
Medlin works around him and issues his first walk in the game. And Callaspo is the hitter. He singled his first time up.
Talked about how well the Royals are playing under Ned Yost with a 17-16 record, averaging better than a run more than they were under Trey Hillman, and their ERA's gone down some too. He's kind of rearranged some things in the bullpen, but more than anything else, he just tried to change the mindset in the clubhouse that they could compete and win, and loosen some things up so that they could go out and play and compete to the maximum of their ability. And they've responded.
2 outs for Callaspo. Always wondered, not being a player, does that really work when you have an interim situation like Yost for Hillman?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if it is interim, remains to be seen at the end of the year. They haven't called him an interim manager. Royals have made it clear that they'd like for him to manage this ball club well beyond this year, and it's kind of in Ned's court right now if he wants to do that.
1 ball, 1 strike. Deanna short lead for first, and that's off the plate. Ball 2. But something's working for the Royals. They're playing better ball. They enter this game 9.5 games behind the Twins in the American League Central. And who knows if they can get Rick Ankiel back, if they can get Gilmesh back. Might be able to put together a charge in the second half. Left side pop-up foul for strike 2.
Callaspo appeared to hit a changeup in the second inning for a single. That pitch was a changeup. Let's see if they go back to the fastball or a breaking ball here instead. Yep, fastball in. Good call, I think. But couldn't get it where he wanted it.
Mike Aviles waits next. McCann with the defensive signs. And now the 3-2 pitch. In on the run, ground ball to second. Martin gobbles it up and takes care of Callaspo. Royals strand another runner, this time in the fourth. Braves continue their shutout bid. They lead by 2.
Stop that king! He's crazy!
This king's insane! So much beef for $3.99. The world's cutting back. He doesn't even know it.
You're the one who's nuts.
New Steakhouse XT burgers from BK. 30% more beef than McDonald's Angus burgers, starting at $3.99. The king's going crazy.
Get the latest info on the hottest topics right now on FoxSportsSouth.com. Everybody's talking about SEC football. We grade the quarterbacks in the toughest conference in the nation. See how your favorite QB stacks up against the rest. And find out why our experts think the SEC will be bringing home another national title. That's what we want. Plus, your Braves are in a heated battle for the top spot in the NL East.
What a game!
Stay updated with stats, interviews, and analysis. All that and more online right now at FoxSportsSouth.com.
Get ready. Braves baseball on Sports South.
This is our team.
And this is why. The most games, the most HD, and the most access anywhere. With Chip Carey, Joe Simpson, and now we've got Glavin.
Got a rookie in the booth. Anything can happen.
The most Braves games, the best Braves coverage. Right here on Sports South. This is our team. Braves baseball on Sports South, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Tomorrow, the Braves take on the Royals. And while you're watching the game, follow along at FoxSportsSouth.com. Join Fred Hickman and Brian Jordan online. Ask questions, post comments, and debate with the experts. Tomorrow during the game on FoxSportsSouth.com.
Bottom of the fourth inning, McCann, Glaus, and Hinske coming up for the Braves. And it's time now for a money and energy-saving bright idea from Georgia Power. Look for the Energy Star label when buying new appliances. That one might come in handy at my house. Go to GeorgiaPower.com for more energy-saving tips. Georgia Power, a Southern company.
Laser Baker just did that.
Did he?
Uh-huh. Had to go get a new washing machine. Look for the big blue star.
So between his house and my house, we can get the clothes cleaned up.
That's right. Took Dave like a week though to still be able to find one that has the crank, you know, to run the clothes through the ringer.
Pulled foul by McCann. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's give him a washboard.
Completely ignoring us.
Just like being at home, isn't it? 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good news from Philadelphia. The Twins win that game against the Phillies tonight. 13-10 was the final. The Twins score 9 runs in the 9th, 10th, and 11th. And McCann touches one off. That one's going to go a long way. 3-0.
Number 7 for Brian McCann. Slider that didn't have much downward tilt to it. Stayed out over the middle of the plate. And I'll tell you what, Brian McCann can hit him a long way. He touched that one up.
And Greinke's allowed 13 home runs now this year. And a quick strike to Troy Glaus, who reached on a Betancourt error in the first inning. That error allowed Chipper Jones to score and made the game a 2-0 score. And a comebacker. Greinke will take his time and make the play. 1 out. So Brian McCann with the first homer of the night. Another $20,000 raised to support prostate cancer research. To make a donation, call 800-798-CURE or log on to www.pcf.org. Eric Hinsky struck out, ending the Braves' 2-run first. In that Phillies game, 9 home runs were hit.
Goodness.
Including one by Drew Butera, his first big league homer. His dad, Sal, also played in the big leagues. Was in attendance and got to see that at Philadelphia today.
That's awesome.
2 quick outs here in the Braves' 4th.
Well, the Braves appreciate the good help from Drew Butera and all the Twins. What a comeback. What did they score? 5 in the 9th?
5 in the 9th, 1 in the 10th, 3 in the 11th against that Phillies bullpen. Baez, Durbin, and Brad Lidge.
The thing about the Phillies, though, is that they are coming back. Their offense is beginning to get going again. 2 home runs from Howard last night.
And today the Phillies got homers from Ibanez, Worth, Glode, Valdez, and Howard. Glode's homer tied the game 10-10 in the 10th.
Valdez hit one? Wow.
So yeah, Phillies score 10 runs. They have 14 hits but lose. And they fall further back in the race. Betancourt at short. Terrific pick and play. Wow. That was spectacular. Highway robbery takes care of Escobar. But Atlanta strikes for their 3rd run. A solo shot from Brian McCann, and heading to the 5th. It's 3-0 Braves.
Checkers got wings. Wings. Checkers classic wings. Sauced and tossed in 5 kickin' flavors. Or try new big boneless wings. Big, juicy, all white meat chicken. Everything you love about our classic wings, now boneless. Classic or boneless. Now also in party sizes.
Wing party!
Checkers, little place, big taste.
Can a smartphone push you to your limits? Can it keep track of your mileage, running times, even you? Informing your friends of how much of your dust they're eating. Droid can with RunStar, one of thousands of apps that run simultaneously with others, only from the ever-expanding Android market. When there's no limit to what Droid gets, there's no limit to what Droid does.
Right now, buy one Droid by Motorola and get a second one free. Only from Verizon.
Why design a vehicle with 88 vibration control measures? Why engineer 20 available systems that sense and respond to your needs before you're even aware of them? Because the average driver spends over 40,000 hours of their lifetime driving. The 2010 Lexus ES, uniquely designed to make every hour feel just as remarkable as the first. Lease the 2010 ES 350 for $399 a month for 36 months, with $38.99 due at signing.
Come in now for Chili's new handmade burgers with fries starting at just $5.99. Like the Rojo Burger with smoky hickory sauce, the new Avocado Burger, or the Ultimate Stacked. The perfect burger with fries starting at just $5.99. Right now, only at Chili's.
3-0 Braves as we head to the Royals' half of the 5th inning. All year long, Braves baseball on Sports South is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the right stuff and the low price. Mike Aviles struck out his first time up. drills it out of play into the Kansas City dugout.
Chris Medlin uses his curveball judiciously, meaning he doesn't throw it too often, but it's always effective when he does, because it's like the third pitch that they're not expecting.
I talked to Ron Darling, works with the Mets and was a fine major league pitcher. He said that one of the disappearing pitches in the game is that get me over strike one curveball, because no one expects it anymore.
But Chris has a good one, and it could be a very effective pitch for him. The only thing that Aviles could do there on the first pitch to him was bounce it foul. But now Chris has got to throw him a strike or walk him. You don't want to do that.
But he did. Ball 4 high is the second walk in the game. And now Betancourt, then Greinke for Kansas City. Again, interleague play. American League teams playing in the National League parks, they do not get to use the designated hitter. Their pitchers are forced to hit.
Quick trip in from Chipper to remind him that he's got a 3-run lead. He's in the bottom part of the order. Betancourt has had a rough time of it lately. Just 8 for his last 39, now 48 for his last 40. Make him swing the bat.
He does. Deep short. Oh, and under the glove of Escobar. And Aviles on his way to third, and he'll make it without a play. So Kansas City with a break has them first and third with nobody out, and the Royals pitcher is in the batter's box.
That's a play that'll probably be ruled a base hit, but it's a play that Escobar would be quick to tell you he should have had. Oh, they're going to call it an E6. It's almost like he was getting ready to, he was getting his feet prepared to stop and throw back before he got to a point where he could backhand the ball.
So Greinke bats and bunts it. Medlin comes home thinking the runner headed that way. Throw to third, and he's back safely. So the bases are loaded and nobody is out.
I think I would have done the same thing. I think McCann told him to come home with it because Aviles was headed halfway. You can see halfway to the plate. Man, that took some quick reactions by Aviles to get back. And maybe he did. Good call down there at third by Mark Wegner.
So real trouble now. Bases full for Scott Podsednik, and nobody's out. Trouble all started with a walk, then a ground ball deep short. Instead of getting a double play, the Braves got nothing. And then Greinke's bunt is with a sacrifice fielder's choice, and now a fly ball to left will chase Eric Hinsky back. Braves will concede the run. Tagging at second is Betancourt. He'll move to third, but the double play is still in order, and the Royals have scored their first run of the game. Sacrifice fly for Podsednik, his 27th RBI of the year.
'27 RBIs for Podsednik at the top of the order.
Now Kendall, the hitter.
Six at bats in this series, 3 ground outs already. You'd take another ground ball here.
Surprisingly, he's hit only 4 double plays this year.
Well, then he's probably at the bottom of their team list because they've hit into a ton. 67 of them compared to only 43 for their opponents.
Yeah, Billy Butler leads the parade. He's hit 19 of them. And the Royals' third most double play balls in the American League. Minnesota, because they make a lot of contact. Baltimore, rough year, and then the Royals with 67. Ball too low. Don't want to get to DeJesus and Butler if you can avoid it. Remember, Kendall for many years was a leadoff man when he played in the National League with the Pirates, so he knows how to work a count.
There's a changeup thrown for a called strike.
Chipper cuts it off. Backhand flip for one. That's all they can get. And a hard takeout of Martin Prado at second, and he's down on 2 knees. As Greinke went barreling in at second, and he knocked Prado into next week.
Yeah, the pitcher did it.
That'll be a force play, an RBI for Kendall. Greinke's out 5-4 at second for the second out. Now the Braves check and see how Prado is as he's holding that left ankle.
Chipper with a backhanded flip just to try to get rid of it quickly, and Greinke's leg, his front leg, goes across the bag, and then his knee hits Unell in the shin. His back knee really cracked and into the leg just above the foot. He's grabbing that area right about 4 or 5 inches above his ankle.
Boy, Greinke went in with those spikes high. I'm shocked he didn't rip open the uniform pants of Prado as that leg went sailing by. Martin's all right. 2 outs, 2 in for DeJesus.
Front leg, I think, missed him, Chip. I think it went right in behind his knee, and then the knee that he bent under him, Greinke, came in hard over the top of the bag and really nailed Martin.
The pitch a ball, the throw is caught on a short hop, and Jason Kendall is tagged out, and he can't believe it. Brian McCann catches his 12th would-be base stealer. The Braves give up a pair of runs, but still maintain a 1-run lead. 3-2 is your score as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning.
This is my worst nightmare. What's the manual say? The free HD switch is under a panel. But you look at this thing, it's nothing but panels. There's that one that says free HD switch. Let's start there. Yeah, all right. Watch this. God, can't do it. Look at this guy. He's got an Allen wrench. Let me ask you this. Do you have any tools? Yeah. Should have brought tools.
After battling the elements for 128 years, our wood stains can handle pretty much anything. Cabot, our performance is legendary.
It's smart without being complicated. Stylish without being flashy. Sophisticated without being stuffy. The 2011 Toyota Camry. It's prestige without the pretense.
Martin Prado due up third this inning. Appears to be moving around okay in the dugout. Braves look like they caught a break there, though, at the end of the inning on the steal attempt by Jason Kendall. Good scoop by by Unell, but by the time he was able to get the glove down and tag Kendall, looks like Kendall's knees were already bent and on the bag right there. But the Braves got the call from Jerry Meals, and they'll take it, and they're in the dugout.
So let's see if the Braves can get a couple of these runs back. 3-2 now is the score, with Melky, Medlin, and Martin coming up. Cabrera tapped back to the mound his first time and didn't get an off-speed pitch. Strike one. That was a really weird inning defensively for the Braves.
Yeah, it was.
Started with the walk, then the ground ball to deep short, then the bunt by Greinke. Aviles was breaking toward the plate. Medlin flipped to McCann, who fired to Chipper. That loaded the bases, then a sac fly, a forced play, and a caught stealing into the inning. And that one singled up the middle. Melky Cabrera with a sharp hit. Takes a big turn and heads back to first. So he keeps up his good work at the plate.
3 for 4 last night as his first hit tonight. And you do like his hustle, man. I mean, when he makes that big turn and puts a little pressure on the defense to get the ball back in quickly, you like to see that. Even the fans enjoyed that as they began to kind of grow with a cheer.
Medlin bunts. Kendall's going to go to second. Stretch there, and not in time at first. Well defended by Jason Kendall.
Like a curveball, slow curveball. It kind of had Chris fooled. And then when he did get on top of the ball, he bunted it straight down into the ground. So Kendall didn't have far to go to pick it up.
So Martin Prado looking for a little revenge against Greinke here. He had a single to start the game, scored the Braves' first run. Brian McCann's fourth inning homer is the difference maker so far tonight. Greinke maybe wanting to find out just how sore that ankle is.
Martin's so good at going the other way with a runner on base. Let's see if he tries to shoot one to right.
Now with a 7-game hitting streak, looking for his 33rd multi-hit game of the year. Toward third. Callaspo to second for one, and on to first in time for an around the horn double play. 5 innings are in the books in Atlanta. We got a ball game now. 3-2. Braves still lead it.
Join the Atlanta Braves at their second annual Diamond Gala, benefiting the Atlanta Braves Foundation. Sunday, June 27th at the Lowe's Atlanta Hotel in Midtown. Come enjoy a star-studded night of casino games and entertainment, as well as silent and live auctions alongside your favorite Braves players, coaches, and alumni. To get more information or tickets for this spectacular event, visit Braves.com/gala.
On this week's Sunday Braves, the bats are breaking loose for Troy Glaus and the Braves as they take on the Royals in Game 3. Braves, Royals, tomorrow at 1 on Fox Sports South. Brought to you in part by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Wednesday, 3 sharpshooters line up. Angel and Izzy Ann look to carry the dream as they encounter the steady shot of Amber Holt and the Tulsa Shot. Dream, shot. Go to foxsportssouth.com right now and send these Braves to the All-Star Game. Tomorrow, the Braves take on the Royals. And while you're watching the game, follow along at foxsportssouth.com. Join Fred Hickman and Brian Jordan online. Ask questions, post comments, and debate with the experts. Tomorrow during the game on foxsportssouth.com.
One more game with these Kansas City Royals, and it comes your way tomorrow, and that is our Airtran Airways upcoming schedule. Another homecoming for Kyle Davies pitching for Kansas City.
Maybe tomorrow is the day for KK. Day game. Day rhymes with KK. Trying to find a connection
Anything
somewhere.
you can, aren't you? Yeah.
Any tie that binds.
There you go. Well, let's take a look at our AT&T Uverse trivia question tonight. Remember the last time we spoke about it, we asked who are the only 2 players in Royals history with 35 homers or more in a single season.
I'm going with Steve Balboni and your guy.
Bob Hamlin?
Uh-huh.
Oh, forgot about Gary Gaetti.
Forgot he even played there. Well, once again, I was right and you were wrong.
Shocker. Here's David DeJesus. You have the Royals record book on your nightstand table, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, come on. Pulled foul past first by DeJesus, who's doubled and flied out tonight. Passing. This guy's wearing your old number pretty well, I'd say. That one might split the gap, and that's going to split the gap. And it'll stay on the field of play for DeJesus, and he doubles to lead off the Royals' 6th.
Second double of the night for him. One to right center, one to left center.
So he's got 84 hits this year.
Good player. Crowds have played a little bit. This time he takes a little bit of an inside-out approach. Pitch was on the outer third of the plate and darn near hit it out. So more soup for Chris Medlin to deal with here. This time, though, it wasn't from a leadoff walk.
And now Butler bats. Chris has kept him in check. Billy 0 for 2 tonight. Fly ball to right. Hayward gives ground, makes the play. DeJesus tags, and he'll make it to third. Productive out for Butler. Tying run 90 feet away with 1 out.
When you play good baseball like that, when you do little things right, it makes your whole team feel better and feel better about themselves and their ability to win, especially come from behind to win. And they have more come from behind wins than anybody in the American League.
And now the Braves infield will come in for Guillen. Jose 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He's walked as well, and as we've told you a couple of times, has a long hit streak working. So Chris would love to get this big second out.
Braves bullpen getting busy too. Christian Martinez begins to loosen up.
A towering fly ball that's well out of play.
Looked like he threw that changeup to a spot where there was really only one thing Jose could do with it, and that's pull it foul. Pitchers with good changeups don't mind throwing one up and in, because about the only place you can hit it is foul. You can't keep it fair.
Straw came out over the outside corner with a fastball.
What a good pitch. What a beauty. Two-seamer that came back to the corner. Watch Brian McCann's glove. Set up just off the plate, and he had to actually bring the glove back to the corner. That was an outstanding pitch in a tough spot.
Medlin has 5 strikeouts, and none bigger in this game than that one, perhaps, as it'll force a hit from Callaspo to give Kansas City a tie. Ground ball, second. Prado's got it. Settles, fires, and Medlin works around a leadoff double. He is something else. Bottom of the 6th. Braves still up a run.
We're for better living through power tools. For powering through our to-do list in record time. We're for higher RPMs at lower prices. We're for lights and lasers and one battery powering 40 tools. We're for the kind of tools that turn more saving into more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, get an incredible price on a Ryobi 18-volt starter kit with drill and circular saw, just $89.
Second base. Escobar with the scoop and tag and whirling around. Jason Kendall thought he was safe. I'm sure it looks like he may have gotten the tag on him before his foot got to the bag, so could have been a good call after all. That was the Coors Light Freeze Cam, brought to you by Frostproof Coors Light.
Jason Hayward starts the Braves 6th. It is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. 3-2 Braves the lead. As Zach Greinke gave up 2 runs in the first inning. McCann a solo homer in the 4th. Royals with 2 in the 5th. And that's where we are in the middle game of this weekend series with the Royals.
Greinke 2 years ago kind of gave you a glimpse of what was to come in 2009. In 08, he went 13-10 for a ball club that lost close to 100 ball games and had a 3.47 ERA, struck out 183 in 202 innings. It was just kind of a opening act for last year when he won the Cy Young in 16 games for a team that lost 97.
Broken bat, base hit to left for Hayward.
Different approach altogether tonight, Chip, than the last couple of nights. Altogether different. He is actually trying to stay on the ball longer and go the other way. This ball was really down the middle, and he just kind of fought it off because he was thinking about going the other way. We saw a couple of hard hit balls foul down the left field line tonight. That approach paid off for him there.
I don't know if TV does that particular play justice. I mean, you have to be incredibly strong to muscle a ball like that over the shortstop's head. And Chipper golfs one into center field. Back-to-back hits to start the Braves 6th inning.
Second time tonight he's done that, where he spoiled a pretty good pitch by just going down and not necessarily one-handing the swing, but just flipping it for a base hit. I'll tell you, the way Chipper's going right now, he is awfully tough to retire.
Yes, he is. Brian McCann is the batter for the Braves. 2 on, nobody out. Here's our Airtran How Far Did It Fly home run.
Laser Baker had it at 385 feet. Big poke in the 4th.
Chipper 6 hits in his last 13 at bats now. He's at first, Hayward at second for Bryant. 1 ball, no strikes. There's his best fastball of the night.
Yeah, 96, you're right. When he wants to, he can rear back and get that. Doesn't need it all the time, and Brian tried to swing 97 on it too. His head flew off that one a little bit.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're right. 2 balls and a strike. 7 homers, 29 knocked in for the Braves catcher. Then from 95 to 85 on successive pitches, 2-2.
When the count goes 2-2, all of a sudden DeJesus moves over into left center instead of right center for McCann. .98 on that one, Chip, and Brian did good just to foul it off.
Well, maybe a decision for Ned Yost. Greinke's spot is due up third in the 7th inning.
No one loosening up in their bullpen yet. Pitch count's manageable.
And he just blistered a fastball right on by at 97 miles an hour. Wow. Every one of those pitches was big time, big league quality.
Elevated that one, and Brian couldn't get on top.
So now Greinke goes after Glaus. He'd love a ground ball here and a chance to get out of this 6th inning with a double play. Oh, what a play again by Betancourt. And a hard takeout slide coming around Hayward. The throw cut off. How about that? The Braves steal a run. Hayward never stopped running.
And I don't think Greinke had any idea that he was trying to score. An unbelievable play by Yuniesky Betancourt. He had no chance at the double play, and then Aviles was heads up. He saw Jason continue to round third and go. But this is a great camera angle. See, Greinke's just a spectator. Here comes the throw home when Aviles gets up, and he grabs it. Oh, yeah, he did see him going. He did see him going, but he's shaking his head no, like, no, there was no play. Well, you never know now.
Wow, the Braves break out a sandlot play here in the 6th inning and steal a 4th run. As Jason Hayward came barreling home from second on a ground ball to short. Don't forget Chipper Jones with that hard slide knocked Aviles into next week.
Yeah.
That gave Hayward a couple of extra yards to work. The Braves in the last week are breaking out all the tricks, aren't they?
Well, some good heads-up base running instincts, too, from Hayward. Good hard slide from Chipper. And as you said, actually knocked Aviles down.
Two balls and a strike. My only question is, did Brian Snitker have Hayward running all the way around third, or did he go through a stop sign? Towards second, And the play at second retires the side. We'll talk more about that base running of Jason Hayward. The Hay train comes home and scores the 4th run of the night for the Braves. We go to the 7th, 4-2 now. The Braves in front.
So look, see the sights that you like.
AT&T covers 97% of all Americans. Get your grad or dad the exclusive Samsung Strive for just $19.99, only from AT&T.
Tomorrow, the Braves take on the Royals. And while you're watching the game, follow along at FoxSportsSouth.com. Join Fred Hickman and Brian Jordan online. Ask questions, post comments, and debate with the experts. Tomorrow during the game on FoxSportsSouth.com. Get the latest info on the hottest topics right now on FoxSportsSouth.com. Everybody's talking about SEC football. We grade the quarterbacks in the toughest conference in the nation. See how your favorite QB stacks up against the rest. And find out why our experts think the SEC will be bringing home another national title. That's what we want. Plus, your Braves are in a heated battle for the top spot in the NL East.
What a game!
Stay updated with stats, interviews, and analysis. All that and more online right now at FoxSportsSouth.com. Hey, Braves fans, spend $100 or more at your local Home Depot store between now and June 21st and receive 2 free Braves tickets by mail-in rebate. Visit your nearest participating Home Depot store for details.
Join me online, FoxSportsSouth.com.
Heads up base running, Joe, by Jason Hayward earns our Toyota Tacoma Play of the Game honors tonight.
This ground ball, great play defensively, but watch. Snitker saying hold, and Jason did hold, but then when he saw Aviles on the ground, he cranked it up again and was able to score on this fielder's choice. Good slide by Chipper to trip up Aviles, and that got the Braves an extra run. Good play all around.
So 4-2 is your score. A couple of changes for the Braves. Gregor Blanco takes over in center. Melky Cabrera moves from center to left. Eric Hinsky is out of the game. And Mike Aviles is the Royals hitter. And takes a quick strike. So Cabrera, Blanco, Hayward from left to right in the Braves outfield in the Kansas City 7th. Should Chris have any trouble at all with the bottom portion of this order, the Braves bullpen is working now.
Lefty and a righty. O'Flaherty, left-hander on the right. Moylan, the right-hander on the left.
And he is going to have some trouble as Aviles singles to left. So he's on board for the second time in tonight's game. And Yuniesky Betancourt is the hitter. Get your tickets today for the Braves inaugural Alumni Weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, June 25th through the 27th, and you'll meet former Braves players. For game tickets, visit braves.com/tickets. On Friday, there'll be an autograph session and on-field ceremony. Saturday, an alumni celebrity softball game, and it all finishes up with the Diamond Gala at 6:30 at the Lowe's Atlanta Hotel on Sunday, June 27th. Roger McDowell talking things over with Medlin. That gives the bullpen a chance to work. And as we promised you, we'll update you on Jair Jurgen's second minor league rehab start tonight. He was facing the Syracuse Chiefs, and Jurgens worked into the 5th inning tonight for the Gwinnett Braves. Almost got to 80 pitches. And we'll show you his line after the first pitch to Betancourt. And that's a quick strike.
It's mostly getting the arm strength back, getting some conditioning back for Jurgens. Results are great, are one thing, but if they're not spectacular, it's not really the purpose. The purpose is to get the work in. 2 runs in 4+ innings.
High and away to Betancourt to even the count. Pitcher spot due next for the Royals. We'll see how Ned Yost plays it. Betancourt doesn't have a hit tonight, but boy, has he been spectacular at shortstop. Made a couple of really good plays. Runner goes, and the pitch popped foul.
Robinson, Tejada in their bullpen. Greinke is on deck and in the on deck circle, but nobody really believes he's going to hit unless it's in a situation to bunt runners up.
One ball, 2 strikes. Tampa Bay helping the Braves tonight. They're beating the Marlins 4-1. That game's in the 6th inning down in Miami. Mets already lost. The Phillies already lost.
Washington already lost. This could be a very good night if Atlanta can hold on to the lead.
Fly ball, pretty well hit. And that ball is going to bounce off the base of the wall. Avila's on his way to third, will stop. It's a double for Betancourt, and the Royals have him second and third with nobody out. And the Braves 2-run lead in 7th inning jeopardy.
Hanger, one that just stayed right out over the plate. Might have been even an attempt at a curveball. And fortunate that that one stayed in the ballpark.
So Greinke is going to hit for himself here.
Bit of a surprise, except you consider that Greinke's the best pitcher on their staff, and Ned Yost wants to leave him in there.
Braves in at the corners. Regular depth up the middle. Greinke swings and is down a strike.
You know, he's not a bad hitter. Doesn't have a hit this year in interleague play, but he's 4 for 22 in his career coming into this game in interleague action. 4 for 22 with a homer. He's even got a bat with a lot of pine tar on it.
That's always questionable if you're a Royals hitter. Let's not go there.
Good point.
1 ball, 1 strike. Now, I believe Greinke hit that home run in his first big league at bat. Nope, that was his first major league hit. It was a home run
off Russ Ortiz.
That's correct. Chopped off the plate. Chipper. Nice play. 1 out.
Runner at third had to hold. No place for him to go. So the Royals rolled the dice, hoping that Greinke could get 1 run in if he's going to stay in the ball game, but he did not.
So now 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Bobby Cox will go to the bullpen. Eric O'Flaherty is going to be the man coming on. Scott Posednik will be his opponent. Nice cheer for Chris Medlin, in line for his 5th win if this Braves pen can continue its good work.
I have a few simple rules.
No takeout. No feet on the dashboard.
No kids under 7. Hand wash only. No dirty feet.
I prefer for people to wash their hands.
The kids really want a dog, but no.
Of all the ways to prevent a luxury automobile from losing value, perhaps the smartest is to get one designed to keep it. Test drive any Acura during the Driven by Reason sales event.
Take advantage of attractive offers on the 2010 Acura MDX for well-qualified customers.
Oh. Wow, that guy's really staring over here. Must have sold him some carpeting or something.
Mike, check out his bacon neck.
Bacon? Sir, lean forward and show Michael Jordan your collar.
Oh, see how it's all curled up like bacon in a pan? See how bad this dude looks? What's that?
Thank you.
Okay.
Not us, though, buddy. Our lay flats. We're like twins.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
The lay flat collar. Lays flat, won't bacon. Only from Hanes.
here.
So, you like what you see?
Absolutely.
Revealing enough for you?
Yeah. When did Coors Light get these new windows?
What?
Windows. Thank you.
Introducing the new Coors Light Cold Activation Window. Now you can see your beer is cold before you buy it.
It's a fire hazard.
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Game on the base paths for the Royals. Braves up 4-2. As we battle on here in the top of the 7th inning, our AT&T call to the bullpen will feature left-hander Eric O'Flaherty.
He did a good job last night. He came in and inherited a couple of runners in the 7th inning, was able to get out of it. In fact, he got Posednik to hit a fly ball to center. And he'll face Posednik here with runners at 2nd and 3rd. So on the year, O'Flaherty has inherited 16 runners and only 3 have scored. Fast runner at the plate.
And he starts him with a strike.
Braves infielders from short around to first would concede a run for an out. Chipper's even with the bag at 3rd in case Posednik drops a bunt down, which he's capable of doing.
A cue shot. Runners coming home. Chipper will concede the run. If that ball's hit a little harder, he's got a shot at Aviles at the plate. But no such luck. That is the 2nd out, however. Betancourt to 3rd. Kendall in the batter's box.
Heads up play by Aviles, too. I like Mike Aviles. He looks like a pretty good baseball player, and he recognized this right here, that it was going to be too slow for Chipper to make a play on. So he made the break for the plate and got a run. Just a little cue shot off the bat of Posednik.
So Kendall, the key man. And down a strike. Royals have made the most of their 5 hits tonight. They've scored 3 times. Line drive center. Blanco, good speed, diving try. No, the ball dropped. They call it a trap, and the game tied 4-4. Jerry Meals had an excellent look. And that run charged to Medlin. It'll be his 4th of the night and a no decision.
Jerry Meals got it right, and he wasn't standing by the bag at second base when he made the call. He hustled out there to get a good look at it, and it definitely was a short hop. Great effort by Blanco. Great try to fool the umpire, but he had a good look at it. Eric O'Flaherty disgusted.
So now the Braves have a tie game on their hands. They also have Zach Greinke and a red-hot Royals bullpen to contend with here over the final 3 innings.
Well, that gamble that Ned Yost took, leaving Greinke in to hit for himself, paid off because they got the runs in anyway, and he's still pitching.
And David DeJesus is still hitting. That's his 3rd hit of this game. And now the go-ahead run in scoring position with the 3rd leading hitter in the American League, Billy Butler. And Bobby Cox will not allow Eric to face him. So this 7th inning didn't go the way the Braves had hoped at all. 4 Royals hits, 2 Royals runs are in. And a righty-righty matchup coming up with 2 outs. 4-4 game.
He is the life of parties he has never attended. If he were to punch you in the face, you would have to fight off the strong urge to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Is the cost of flying making you cut back in other areas?
Room service. You know we'll always have each other. We've got a friendship like no other. You're the best friend that a best friend could be.
There are some things in life you can always count on, like intuitive, reliable laptops from Toshiba, the laptop expert.
Couple of hits allowed by Eric O'Flaherty has allowed the Royals to tie this game at 4-4. That means Bobby Cox makes another AT&T call to the bullpen.
And this time it's Peter Moylan who worked an inning last night, gave up a hit, but was able to get a double play ball in the 8th to get out of further trouble. He did give up that hit that scored a run in the 8th that belonged to O'Flaherty.
So let's see if Peter can work his magic in the 7th inning. Our broadcast on Sports South tonight presented in beautiful high definition by H.H. Gregg. Billy Butler 0 for 3 in game 2 of the series.
Be careful on the first pitch to this guy.
He had a whack at that thing, didn't he? Strike one.
This guy's got very good power, but he's also a good high average guy in the top 5 in the league in hitting.
Jason Kendall, the Royals catcher, is the man standing out at second base. Ordinarily, you would say he's blessed with catcher speed. That's not the case with Kendall. Jason can still run.
He's driven in 3 runs in the series already, 2 tonight.
Two balls and a strike. Toward third. Chipper plays it to the side and forces David DeJesus. Royals gamble with Greinke. They leave him in the game and they score a couple of runs and force a tie at the 7th inning stretch.
All we ask is that you keep doing what you've always done. The Lexus RX. Never has a vehicle been designed to feel so natural. Lease the 2010 RX 350 for $479 a month for 36 months with $29.39 due at signing.
Oh, yes. My me time is when I'm apologizing for something I had nothing to do with.
My me time is when my in-laws are in town.
My me time is when my luggage went to the Bahamas. And I didn't.
Discover you time anytime with McDonald's new frappes. Smooth and icy caramel or mocha blended just for you and topped with a decadent drizzle. McCafe your day with a McDonald's frappe starting at just $2.29.
This is unlike any car you've ever seen before. This is power with efficiency. This is an interior that exceeds even the promise of the exterior. This is the all-new Jaguar XJ, the stunning result of taking a very different road.
Every 2011 Jaguar includes best-in-class Jaguar Platinum coverage with complimentary scheduled maintenance and no-cost replacement of wear and tear items.
We've got a 4-4 game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Lower third for Bobby Cox coming up. Zach Greinke will remain for Ned Yost. And we invite you to choose any 9 Braves home games and save money off the gate price when you order a Braves Flex plan for as low as $11 a game. To order, visit Braves.com/tickets or call 404-577-9100 today. And I'll bet a lot of Flex plan holders are here tonight. 39,000 plus at the ballpark.
And our Georgia Lottery hitting the jackpot features some games around the majors. The Minnesota Twins, 9 runs in the last 3 innings, including 5 in the 9th to tie it, and they beat Philadelphia in 11 innings. Phil Hughes, his 10th win of the season as the Yankees snapped the Mets winning streak. Jake Peavy, a complete game shutout of the Nats, and Manny Ramirez hit a home run at Fenway Park, despite the Red Sox winning today against the Dodgers.
So tight races everywhere in Major League Baseball. That's always good to talk about here in mid-June. And now for Atlanta, Escobar, Cabrera, then the pitcher spot. And 0-2 from Greinke, who's only thrown 86 pitches in this game.
Yeah, he's got to be feeling his oats right now because his teammates have gotten a game back even for him. Last inning gave up a couple of hits to start the inning, only gave up 1 run. Struck out McCann with some good fastballs that were the best he had thrown all night, so he's feeling pretty good about himself right about now.
Remember that Geico quote from Allard Baird, don't be fooled by the boyish look or the impish grin on his face. This guy loves to battle you, and he's done that tonight. Remember, the Braves led this thing 2-0 after 1 inning.
And one of those runs was an unearned run on the throwing error by Betancourt, and that's the only mistake he's made all night. He's made great plays at short.
2 balls, 2 strikes for Escobar. Be a nice time for his first homer of the year. Instead, a big hop to Callaspo at third, and Gunnell 0 for 3 tonight. 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning for Melky. Seven hits on the homestand for the Braves outfielder, including a 5th inning single tonight. He's got a pretty good changeup too.
Doesn't throw it very much. Probably has thrown it too much the first couple of months of this season. But it's a good change of pace off his fastball and slider. He's just 1-5 on the road this year with pretty good ERA, kind of like his season. He's 2-8, but came in with a 3.94 ERA.
Toward first, but foul. And Melky will see a 2-2 pitch. Well, the magic number for the Braves this year and part of last was 5. You get 5, you win. Braves have a 40-game winning streak where they score 5 runs or more in a game. They'll have to score 5 to win this one.
Trying to bury that slider back on Melky's left foot, his back foot, can't get it in there.
.94 fastball, and Melky wants to know if it was a strike. Dan Iasonia says yes. 2 out. And it'll be Brooks Conrad batting for Peter Moylan.
Went upstairs again, threw it above his hands, and Melky couldn't get on top.
So Moylan will be out of the game. Conrad will pinch hit. That means Johnny Vetters, who's loosening up, will be the next man out of the chute, and he is our Haynes comfort moment tonight.
Among rookie relievers, best ERA, best opponent's average against, and third in strikeouts. I hope he's comfortable tonight.
Yes.
No real stressful innings for Greinke other than the first inning.
Here's Brooks. This guy's season has been a real remarkable story. Made the club out of spring training as the last player on the roster. And all Conrad has done is go 7 for 26 as a pinch hitter with that dramatic grand slam against the Reds. One of many highlights this year. He's played in just 43 games, 54 at bats, yet he scored 13 runs.
Trying to keep the ball away from Brooks. Quick visit by Bob McClure, the pitching coach, to do a little scouting report real fast for Greinke on Conrad.
And he pops him up. Left side of the diamond, Callaspo in foul ground makes the play, and that will retire the side. We got a good ball game tonight. Zach Greinke and company, and the Braves are tied 4-4.
Come in now for Chili's new handmade burgers with fries starting at just $5.99. Like the Rojo Burger with smoky hickory sauce, the new avocado burger, or the ultimate stacked. The perfect burger with fries starting at just $5.99. Right now, only at Chili's.
On this week's Sunday Braves, the bats are breaking loose for Troy Glaus and the Braves as they take on the Royals in Game 3. Braves, Royals, tomorrow at 1 on Fox Sports South. Brought to you in part by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Wednesday, 3 sharpshooters line up. Angel and Izzy Ann look to carry the dream as they encounter the steady shot of Amber Holt and the Tulsa Shock. Dream, Shock, Wednesday at 12 on Sports South. Plus tickets are available now. Go to AtlantaDream.net.
Left center field. Grissom on the run. The team of the 90s has its world championship. This win belongs to the players for the immediate moment.
Go to FoxSportsSouth.com right now and send these Braves to the All-Star Game.
4-4 is our score after 7 innings of play. Zach Greinke was getting the pats on the back from the Royals. It appears after 101 pitches, partner, his night has come to a close.
That was a good line for him after he ran into some early trouble, but no walks again. That's 2 straight starts for him where he hasn't issued a free pass. And now it's up to the bullpens.
And the Braves make another AT&T call to the bullpen. It's left-hander Johnny Vetters, who's the 4th man to pitch for the Braves in this game, following Medlin, O'Flaherty, Peter Moylan. And Johnny, as we showed you, has been very, very comfortable pitching in relief.
Worked 2 games, the last 2 games of the Tampa series. Got a night off last night.
And he's got a big left arm and a big strike one called to Jose Guillen.
One thing he's done, though, he's walked 1 man in each of his last 3 outings.
And now he's given up a hit. Leadoff single for Guillen. And that represents the go-ahead run for the Royals.
And that's 14 straight games for Guillen that he's hit safely.
That ties his career high. Amazing thing about Greinke's performance tonight, too. Let's not forget he was facing a team that had drawn more walks than any team in the National League, the Braves. So to have that kind of command against this patient offense is really saying something. Here's Callaspo to first. That's a fair ball. Glaus drops it. Makes the play at first, but has no chance to get Guillen as a result of the bobble. 1 out.
Troy guarding the line, just had to get under his glove, and then he couldn't pick it up cleanly. So that works as good as a bunt, but if you want to look at it this way, it also saved an extra base hit. They get an out.
Here's Aviles now. Aviles has reached base twice. He's scored twice. He's walked once, singled once. And a little low, 1 ball, no strikes. He was the Royals' starting shortstop last year. As Joe mentioned, had the Tommy John surgery nearly a year ago to the date. And has come into this game red hot. He's got 13 hits in his last 35 at bats. Aviles broke in with the Royals in 2008, hit .325 in 102 games that year.
Braves are playing it like they expect him to pull the ball. Escobar not doing the work at second base to hold Guillen close. It's Prado.
Little tapper. McCann pounces, throws on the run.
Somebody better cover.
And Troy Glaus pointing the way back to the plate. And Guillen taking a big turn. He might have had a shot to break the tie. Instead, he stands at third with 2 outs.
Nobody makes this play any better than Brian McCann. He gets out there, and when he gets his mitts on it, he makes a good throw. But Johnny Venters can't become a spectator then. If the catcher makes the play as the pitcher, you've got to go to the plate.
Betancourt has doubled, reached on an error. He too has scored a couple of runs. Funny series so far. Last night it was the bottom half of the order for the Braves that did most of the offensive damage. Tonight the same can be said for Kansas City. Aviles and Betancourt, their 7 and 8 hitters, have scored all 4 of their runs so far.
Royals left a runner in scoring position with 2 out in the first. They left a runner at third base in the 6th inning with 2 out when Callaspo grounded out. And last inning at first and second, 2 out when Butler hit into the force play after they'd gotten 2 across. So they've had some other chances and couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, that 6th inning one was a killer for them. A leadoff double with the 4, 5, and 6 hitters up, and they couldn't bring him home. Now Johnny is strike away from sending the top of the Braves order into play against the Royals bullpen. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Another runner stranded in scoring position, and the Braves try to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Where'd he go?
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Tomorrow, the Braves take on the Royals. And while you're watching the game, follow along at FoxSportsSouth.com. Join Fred Hickman and Brian Jordan online. Ask questions, post comments, and debate with the experts. Tomorrow during the game on FoxSportsSouth.com. Get the latest info on the hottest topics right now on FoxSportsSouth.com. Everybody's talking about SEC football. We grade the quarterbacks in the toughest conference in the nation. See how your favorite QB stacks up against the rest. And find out why our experts think the SEC will be bringing home another national title.
That's what we want.
Plus, your Braves are in a heated battle for the top spot in the NL East.
What a game!
Stay updated with stats, interviews, and analysis. All that and more online right now at FoxSportsSouth.com.
In the late 90s, there wasn't a bigger rivalry than Trenton and Catholic Central. They were the very best hockey teams in the state.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we get to go back and play a game from 11 years ago.
On this week's Sunday Braves, the bats are breaking loose for Troy Glaus and the Braves as they take on the Royals in Game 3. Braves, Royals, tomorrow at 1 on Fox Sports South. Brought to you in part by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Here's a look at tonight's Blimpie game summary. Zach Greinke and Chris Medlin battled through 6 1/3 innings for Medlin, 7 for Greinke. Good night for Chipper. Brian McCann has homered. And we stand 4-4 to the bottom of the 8th inning with the top of the Braves order coming up. Here's our Cabot Woodstain's legendary performance, something you'll never see again. Jack Scott, the last pitcher to go the distance in both games of a doubleheader on this date in 1927. Jack was an Iron Man that day,
I'll say.
And Martin Prado goes to work. We've talked, Joe, about homecomings in this series. Here's one of a different sort for the man on the mound for the Royals.
Yeah, he didn't put on a Braves uniform at any point, but he's from North Gwinnett High School, lives in Sewanee, and went to Georgia Tech, and that's Blake Wood.
Fly ball, well hit, left center field. That one's going to bounce for a double. 100 hits for Martin Prado.
Another multi-hit game for Martin Prado. Another double for Martin Prado. His 21st. It's our Coors Light cold hard blast. And it comes at a good time, leading off the 8th inning. Turned a fastball around and bounced it out of here. Now it's up to Chipper to get him over. Or excuse me, Hayward to get him over and let Chipper drive him in.
Jason 1 for 3, broke his bat last time, singled over short. And the big man shows bunt. And the entire Kansas City defense almost fainted.
Yeah. Everybody twitched.
He's got the job done. Runner at third, 1 out. And Jason Hayward will get the high five as he makes his way to the dugout.
That's big league baseball right there, folks. Leadoff double representing the go-ahead run. You have to get him to third, and Jason did it. And out around a fastball. He was dead set on pulling the ball, had to get him over. And that was a tough pitch to pull, but with his long arms, he got it done.
Infield.
Sorry, Chip. A heads-up base running play on his part already tonight, and good execution there.
Infield in for the Royals with Chipper up there, 2 for 3 in the game. And all of a sudden, Chipper's got a 4-game hitting streak.
Early in the count, he will be sitting on that mid-90s fastball from Blake Wood.
He's our Toyota Tundra hardest working player with those 2 hits, that run and that RBI in this game. And you know, for Blake Wood, there's got to be a ton of butterflies. I'm sure as a kid he watched Chipper Jones play here for years.
Sure. Said he had about 13 passes tonight, 11 last night, 11 more tomorrow. He said everybody else has been pretty good. They're buying their own. Said it really saved me.
'96 and buzzing in.
He's bringing it.
A ball and 2 strikes.
This is where we often say you don't want to throw a guy a slider and speed up his bat. And that's probably something the Royals would like to do with a hitter the quality of a Chipper Jones. Is, you know, got him 1 and 2. Let's waste a pitch, see if he'll swing at it. But the last pitch at 97, and Chipper still can't get it around in fair territory. College World Series started today, and Blake Wood was part of Georgia Tech's College World Series team in 2006.
Oh, a nasty breaking ball, and Chipper knew it. That was a beautiful pitch. 2 out.
That was an 89-mile-an-hour slider. Might have been a cutter, but it had a little bit of movement on it. And as you said, Chipper knew it.
So Brian McCann stands in. Can he deliver a big 2-out hit? Brian has 29 runs batted in. 10 of those have come with 2 outs.
Need one here.
Back in the 4th inning, Brian led off with a home run.
This is off Greinke in the 13th of the year. Hit off Zach Greinke, who only gave up 11 all last season.
Wood, another one of the Royals farmhands that slowly but surely has made his way through their system. And he's part of a Royal pen that has been awfully good. They've given up 3 earned runs in the last 6 games they've pitched.
Well, that double by Martin Prado a rarity too, because that's only the 2nd leadoff man he's allowed to reach in 18 outings.
One ball, 2 strikes. There's nothing wrong with his arm.
No, that one at 98. Big guy, 6'5", 230.
You think about this guy with Farnsworth, with Soria. You've got some power arms in that pen. Fly ball, well hit center field. Posednik is there, however. Or De Jesus is there, I beg your pardon. He makes the play, and that will retire the side. Leadoff double wasted in the Atlanta 8th, and we go to the 9th, still tied 4-4.
So why'd you leave your job at Hardee's?
It was way too much work.
More work than this?
Yeah, like these chicken tenders. They make you hand bread and prepare them fresh. Why don't they just get pre-cooked ones like everyone else?
What is this, the olden days?
No, it's not.
That phone is so annoying.
Introducing hand-breaded chicken tenders, new at Hardee's, because there's nothing fresh about pre-cooked chicken.
This is unlike any car you've ever seen before. This is power with efficiency. This is an interior that exceeds even the promise of the exterior. This is the all-new Jaguar XJ, the stunning result of taking a very different road.
Every 2011 Jaguar includes best-in-class Jaguar Platinum coverage with complimentary scheduled maintenance and no-cost replacement of wear and tear items.
Is this value meal deluxe?
No. Deluxe needs a special ingredient. Now it's deluxe.
Some places don't add much to value meals, but Wendy's Deluxe Value Meals give you the works, like new Barbecue Bacon Deluxe Value Meals with Applewood smoked bacon and barbecue sauce, with fries and a drink, only $2.99. There's nothing quite like the Frosty. Have a cool, creamy Wendy's Frosty today.
Well, that picture tells the story for you, doesn't it? 4-4 game after 8 innings. And we invite you to get your buy one, get one free Braves tickets every Tuesday and Wednesday with the Coca-Cola 2-for-1 Tuesday pack and the Toyota 2-for-1 Wednesday pack. Order those today at Braves.com/tickets or call 800-745-3000. Another AT&T call to the bullpen for Braves skipper Bobby Cox. It's Billy Wagner time for the 9th inning.
And he's going to face a pinch hitter, Willie Bloomquist, to start the 9th for KC. Really 13 for 15 in saves, earned saves in back-to-back games against the Rays and then last night against the Royals.
And Bloomquist pops up the first pitch. Yunel Escobar right in front of Prado makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. And now we go to the top of the order and Scott Posednik. Scott's 0 for 3, but does have 2 runs batted in tonight. So 28 runs batted in for the Royals leadoff man. He's got some power too. He's hit 3 homers. Every team in the East of the National League is lost tonight. Braves could pick a game up on everybody if they can beat the Royals tonight. That's the way the standings stand now. Braves a game up. Whoa, look. And I should correct myself. The Marlins haven't lost, but they are losing their game. As Posednik takes a tumble.
Chin music indeed.
So how about a slider over the outside corner? Instead, it's back up the middle. Yunel fires and not in time. There's the speed of Posednik. That'll be an infield hit.
Great diving stop, but when that guy's running out of the box, almost impossible to go to the ground, pick the ball up, and still throw him out. Former sprinter in high school, offered track scholarships.
He's stolen 20 bases, and he's got a big lead. Will he run on Wagner? Sednick, though, has been caught 6 times. Jason Kendall with a hit and 4 trips also has a couple of RBIs in the game.
And he's very capable of going to right field. If he can get something from Billy Wagner, he can handle to do that on.
Kendall wears the armor on the left elbow. He is not afraid to lean into a pitch, too. If it's inside, he will not be afraid to take some punishment. There's Craig Biggio, number 1. There's Don Baylor, number 2. And Jason Kendall, I believe, number 3 on the all-time hit by pitch list in baseball history. And he's only 16 behind Don Baylor for number 2. Double play ball, maybe. There's one. Proud of the quick turn. And the Royals continue to get doubled up. Braves were hoping for one of those in the 7th. They'll take it in the 9th and go to the bottom half, still tied. The heart of the order coming up. Glaus, Blanco, Escobar in a 4-4 game.
Everything a dad wants is at Academy Sports and Outdoors at low prices every day. Give Dad Magellan Lake Fork fishing shirts or Lake Travis fishing shorts, just $16.99 each at Academy.
The right stuff, the low price every day. Academy. Always have each other. We got a friendship like no other. You're the best friend that a best friend could be. You give me so much, I want to show you how much it means for me to know you. You're the best friend that a best friend could be.
There are some things in life you can always count on, like intuitive, reliable laptops from Toshiba, the laptop expert.
Everything a dad wants is at Academy Sports and Outdoors at low prices every day. Give the fisherman the Daiwa Strike Force 100 HA bait cast reel. Hot deal, $24.99 at Academy.
The right stuff, the low price every day. Academy.
Bottom half of the 9th inning, and the Braves make a winner of Billy Wagner. Glaus, Blanco, and Escobar are coming up as the Royals are into their bullpen.
This guy's been pitching great baseball. His 0.57 ERA in May was the best among American League pitchers who had at least 12 innings pitched. And he's only given up 2 earned runs in his last 24 innings of work for Kansas City.
Well, their entire pen has been outstanding in this last week. 3 earned runs now in 29 1/3 innings. Blake Wood started with a terrific inning. Gave up a leadoff double, then struck out Chipper Jones and got Brian McCann to line out. So for the Atlanta native, a very happy homecoming.
What a thrill for him.
I mean, spine-tingling stuff. Now Glaus to work. And a check swing has him behind in the count.
Troy's faced him before, but just once, and he drew a walk.
Again, power late. Something we're seeing a lot more of in Major League Baseball now in bullpens. You've got Wood, you've got Tejeda, you've got Farnsworth and Soria lying in wait for the Royals.
Tejeda broke in with the Phillies. He's out of the Dominican Republic, 6'2", 243. 28 years old. Went from Philadelphia to Texas, Texas to Kansas City.
Swing and a drive. Belted left. That ball's got a chance. Braves win it.
Tejeda walked off the back of the mound, forgetting that it was the 9th inning. He stood there for a long time and didn't start going to the dugout until he saw all the Braves players collected at home plate. And Robinson Tejeda, who's been pitching brilliantly, meet Troy Glaus, who's been swinging it tremendously. Great extension. Braves with 5 runs have now won 41 straight games dating back to last year when they score 5 runs or more.
It's another series win for the Braves, 5-4 in their last at bat. It is indeed a very profitable night for Atlanta. Their lead in the East is a game and a half now, and they look for a sweep tomorrow afternoon.